In the twilight shadows of Eldoria, a land where ancient magic whispered through every tree and stone, five teenagers found their lives intertwined by fate. Aria, a fierce warrior with the ability to control fire, felt the weight of her family's legacy pressing down on her. Beside her stood Leo, whose mastery over wind allowed him to move with unmatched speed and grace. Maya, quiet and thoughtful, could manipulate earth, shaping it to her will, while Kai, with his command of water, brought calm and strength to the group. Lastly, there was Luna, whose mysterious connection to the moon granted her powers of illusion and light. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long, eerie shadows across the land, the group gathered at the ancient ruins on the hilltop. Legends spoke of these ruins as the birthplace of the Dark Knights, formidable warriors who once sought to plunge Eldoria into eternal darkness. Recently, dark omens had emerged, crops withering overnight, skies darkened by unnatural storms, and whispers of the Dark Knight's return. As they stood amidst the crumbling stone, a chill wind swept through, carrying the scent of fear and despair. Aria's eyes blazed as she sensed the impending threat. "The Dark Knights are awakening," she declared, her voice steady despite the fear gnawing at her heart. Without warning, the ground trembled, and from the shadows emerged cloaked figures, their armor black as night, eyes glowing with malevolent intent. The leader, a towering knight named Malachar, stepped forward. "Eldoria belongs to us," he proclaimed, his voice echoing with dark power. "Surrender or face annihilation." Determined to protect their homeland, the teens prepared for battle. Aria ignited her flames, Leo summoned fierce gusts, Maya raised walls of stone, Kai conjured torrents of water, and Luna cloaked them in shimmering illusions. The clash was intense. Fire met darkness, wind countered shadow, earth resisted the onslaught, water dampened the flames, and light pierced the gloom. As the battle raged, Malachar unleashed a powerful curse, threatening to engulf the land in eternal night. The teens, though exhausted, refused to back down. Aria, drawing upon her deepest reserves of strength, led her friends in a unified attack. Leo's winds amplified her flames, Maya's earth fortified their defenses, Kai's waters doused the spreading darkness, and Luna's illusions disoriented the Dark Knights. In a final, desperate move, Aria and her friends combined their powers, creating a beacon of light so pure it shattered Malachar's dark magic. The Dark Knights, defeated and disbanded, retreated into the shadows from whence they came. The land began to heal, the skies cleared, and hope was restored to Eldoria. Exhausted but victorious, the teenagers stood together, their bonds stronger than ever. They had faced their fears, embraced their destinies, and saved their world from the brink of darkness. As the first light of dawn broke over the horizon, they knew that as long as they stood united, Eldoria would remain safe from any threat. Their journey had just begun, but with courage, friendship, and sacrifice guiding them, the Teen Titans were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, ensuring that the rise of the Dark Knights would be but a fleeting nightmare in the history of their beloved realm. Days turned into weeks, and peace settled over Eldoria like a gentle blanket. The heroes returned to their daily lives, each carrying the memories of the fierce battle and the weight of their newfound responsibilities. Aria trained relentlessly, honing her fire skills to protect those who couldn't defend themselves. Leo explored the limits of his wind abilities, soaring through the skies and mastering aerial maneuvers. Maya delved deeper into earth magic, learning to heal and nurture the land as much as she could defend it. Kai focused on strengthening his control over water, ensuring he could summon it in any form, whether for offense or healing. Luna, ever enigmatic, sought to understand the true extent of her lunar powers, her connection to the moon growing stronger with each passing night. One evening, as the group reconvened at the ruins to celebrate their victory, a new threat loomed on the horizon. A dark sorceress named Seraphine had emerged, wielding forbidden magic that threatened to unravel the very fabric of Eldoria. Her power was unlike anything they had faced before. She could manipulate shadows, bend reality, and summon creatures from the darkest corners of the realm. Seraphine's rise was swift. She had been gathering followers from the remnants of the Dark Knights, promising them power and vengeance against those who had thwarted their ambitions. With her growing army, she sought to cast Eldoria into eternal darkness, believing that only through chaos could true strength emerge. The Teen Titans knew they had to act swiftly. They embarked on a perilous journey to uncover the source of Seraphine's power, venturing into forgotten forests, treacherous mountains, and ancient temples. Along the way, they encountered allies who aided them in their quest, wise sages, mythical creatures, and even former enemies who saw the error of their ways. During their travels, each member of the team faced personal challenges. Aria struggled with the fear of failing her family and her people, pushing herself beyond her limits to master her fire. Leo grappled with the responsibility of leadership, learning to trust his instincts and the strengths of his teammates. Maya faced her own insecurities about her abilities, discovering that her true power lay not just in manipulating Earth, but in her capacity for empathy and healing. Kai confronted his past, finding solace in his role as the group's anchor, while Luna delved into ancient prophecies, uncovering secrets about her lineage and the true nature of her connection to the moon. As they delved deeper into the heart of darkness, they discovered that Seraphine's power was rooted in an ancient artifact known as the Shadow Stone, a relic that could amplify and distort magic, turning even the purest intentions into malevolent forces. To defeat her, they needed to destroy the Shadow Stone, but doing so would require them to confront their deepest fears and the very essence of their powers. The final confrontation took place in the desolate plains of the Blackened Vale, a place where the veil between light and dark was thin. Seraphine awaited them, her presence casting an oppressive gloom over the battlefield. "You cannot stop the inevitable," she hissed, her eyes gleaming with dark ambition. "Embrace the darkness, and you will find true power." Undeterred, the Teen Titans stood firm. Aria ignited her flames brighter than ever. Leo summoned a whirlwind that danced with lightning. Maya raised towering pillars of earth. Kai unleashed torrents of water that shimmered with energy, and Luna illuminated the battlefield with blinding light. Their combined powers clashed with Seraphine's shadows, creating a spectacle of magic that illuminated the darkened skies. As the battle intensified, Seraphine began to overpower them, her control over the Shadow Stone allowing her to twist their own powers against them. Aria's flames became wild and uncontrollable. Leo's winds turned into destructive gales. Maya's earth shifted into unstable formations. Kai's waters froze and surged unpredictably, and Luna's illusions became haunting nightmares. The Teen Titans found themselves struggling not just against Seraphine, but against their own corrupted abilities. In a moment of desperation, Luna remembered the ancient prophecies she had uncovered. She realized that the key to defeating Seraphine lay in harmony, not just in their powers, but within themselves. She called out to her friends, urging them to find balance and work together as one. Drawing strength from Luna's words, the team began to synchronize their abilities. Aria focused her fire into controlled streams. Leo directed his winds to support rather than overpower. Maya stabilized the earth beneath them. Kai channeled his water into healing currents, and Luna used her light to dispel the lingering shadows. Their unity created a harmonious force that began to weaken Seraphine's hold on the Shadow Stone. With renewed determination, they launched a coordinated attack. Aria's flames combined with Leo's winds to create a blazing tornado. Maya's earth formed protective barriers. Kai's water surged to counter the shadows, and Luna's light pierced through the darkness. Together, they targeted the Shadow Stone, channeling their collective power into a single, concentrated beam of pure magic. The Shadow Stone cracked under the immense force, its dark energy dissipating into the night sky. Seraphine, stripped of her amplified power, fell to her knees, her ambitions shattered. "No, this cannot be," she whispered, her voice fading as the shadows around her began to fade away. As the dust settled, the Teen Titans stood victorious once more. The blackened veil began to transform, the dark plains giving way to vibrant life as Eldoria healed from the scars of battle. Seraphine was taken into custody, her threat neutralized, but the team knew that vigilance was necessary to ensure that no new darkness would rise. In the aftermath, the heroes returned home, their bond stronger than ever. They were celebrated as saviors, but they remained humble, knowing that their strength came from their unity and the friendships they had forged. Aria took on a leadership role, guiding the people with wisdom and courage. Leo became a protector of the skies, ensuring that peace was maintained from above. Maya dedicated herself to restoring the land, using her powers to nurture and heal. Kai continued to support his friends, his water magic bringing tranquility and resilience. Luna, ever the seeker of knowledge, continued to study the ancient prophecies, ensuring that they were prepared for any future threats. Their adventures became the stuff of legend, stories passed down through generations, inspiring new heroes to rise and protect Eldoria. The Teen Titans had proven that even in the darkest times, hope and unity could light the way. They had faced their greatest fears, overcome insurmountable odds, and emerged not just as heroes, but as symbols of what true courage and friendship could achieve. As the years went by, the bonds between the Teen Titans only deepened. They faced new challenges: rogue sorcerers seeking forbidden magic, mythical beasts threatening the balance of nature, and internal conflicts that tested their trust in one another. Each obstacle strengthened their resolve, teaching them valuable lessons about sacrifice, forgiveness, and the true meaning of heroism. One particularly trying time came when a rift between dimensions opened, threatening to unleash creatures from a parallel dark realm into Eldoria. The Teen Titans had to venture into this unknown territory, facing twisted versions of themselves and battling foes that mirrored their deepest insecurities. It was a journey that pushed them to their limits, forcing them to confront not just external threats, but their own inner demons. In the heart of the rift, they discovered an ancient guardian, a celestial being tasked with maintaining the balance between worlds. The Guardian revealed that the rift was a result of lingering dark energies from the Shadow Stone, and only by restoring balance could the threat be neutralized. The Teen Titans had to perform a ritual that required them to fully embrace their powers and their unity. As they channeled their abilities, the rift began to close, but not without a final challenge. A manifestation of pure darkness emerged, seeking to consume their light. It was a test of their combined strength and unwavering trust in one another. Drawing upon their experiences and the bonds they had forged, the Teen Titans stood together, their powers intertwining in a harmonious display of magic and willpower. With a surge of collective energy, they banished the darkness, sealing the rift and restoring peace to both realms. The Guardian bestowed upon them a blessing, ensuring that Eldoria would remain protected as long as heroes stood vigilant. The Teen Titans returned home, forever changed by their journey, their hearts filled with gratitude for one another and the world they had sworn to protect. Years later, as they looked out over Eldoria from the hilltop ruins where it all began, the Teen Titans reflected on their journey. They had grown from ordinary teenagers into legendary heroes, each finding their true purpose and place in the world. Their legacy was not just in the battles they had won, but in the lives they had touched and the hope they had inspired. Aria, now a seasoned leader, watched the sunset with a sense of fulfillment. Leo soared above, keeping a watchful eye over the land. Maya tended to the flourishing gardens, her earth magic bringing life wherever she touched. Kai ensured that the waters remained pure and bountiful, while Luna continued her studies, ever the guardian of ancient wisdom. As the first stars appeared in the night sky, Luna raised her hands to the moon, her connection to its light stronger than ever. "We've come so far," she whispered, her voice carrying the promise of endless adventures yet to come. "But our journey is far from over." The Teen Titans knew that as long as darkness threatened, they would stand ready to rise against it. Their story was one of endless courage, unbreakable friendship, and the unwavering belief that even in the darkest times, light would always find a way. And so, under the watchful gaze of the moon and stars, the heroes of Eldoria vowed to protect their world, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Their legacy would endure, a beacon of hope and strength for generations to come, ensuring that the rise of the Dark Knights would remain a testament to their bravery and the enduring power of unity.